Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Bruce, or the River Suck Out. And I know I haven't played a tournament in a while. Well, actually, I didn't play yesterday, and today it's just about midnight here. I just got home from hanging out with a few friends, and yeah, I didn't post a video in a while. And then I jumped into this 10-cent tournament. It's a regular Holdem tournament, but it is a rebuy, and we're just past the rebuy period. So I didn't actually record the first hour of play for this tournament. But I am up to 12,600, and I believe that's just about average in tournament. This is a very small tournament, but it was a rebuy. So I'm in this tournament for a total of 30 cents because I bought in and I added on right away. So I was up to 3,000, and then at the break I took the extra 10-cent 2,500 chip add-on. So I'm in for 30 cents. In first place is only $9, but there was only 114 players, and it is just a dime to get in. So you can't expect much, but that isn't a bad payout coming from $10 or from 10 cents, excuse me. But we're joining in the middle of this tournament, and yeah, so you guys have missed quite a few hands already. And the beginning stages of these tournaments are just absolutely crazy. People are left and right all in every time because it's just 10 cents and they don't care. And luckily, I was only in this tournament for 30 cents. I didn't have to rebuy or add on more than one time. So a lot of these guys are in this tournament for, 60, 70 cents, which is better for me because I'll make more money off of a lower buy-in rather than them having to put up much more. And I'm only playing in this tournament really because there's not too many players online right now, and there was not really any bigger tournaments going on. This site's kind of still small, so yeah, I'll let you guys pick up with the action when I get a hand. But okay, well, that's the next hand. I pick up King Queen, suited in spades, and I'm very first to act, so I'm just going to limp in. I would much prefer to raise in this situation, but I can't do it from this early on. So, but luckily they're all folding, and I'm going to get better position. And the button raises, he makes it 800. That's just a min raise. So I will just call. Okay, so I flop an open ender. Now I'd like to see as many cheap cards as possible. So I will just check one time. 400 is great. I like that small bet. And I missed. I'm going to bet 400 again, just to try and keep the pot small. And I missed completely. But they did only call my small bet. So now I'm going to take a little more of a value bet and represent that 10. 3,200 should do it. Nope. I guess you can't get them off aces. But it would have been a really bad card for me to hit was an ace on the river, because it would have gave that person aces full and me a straight. But yeah, I read that person's hand just wrong, but what can you do? So I'm down quite a few chips from the first hand you guys pick up, which is unfortunate because the previous two hands I just picked up basically the amount of money that I just lost. So you guys got to see me lose the money rather than winning it. But yep, what can you do? Sometimes the bluff doesn't work, but when they have aces, that's usually the time that it doesn't work. So we have an 1,800 chip raise, and I'm folding. Okay, so we have a lot of gambling going on early. This last hand was a 22,000 chip pot, and that was taken down with ace high. And now we have another all in and a call. I'm gonna fold, but I want you guys to see the crazy hands that they're going all in with. And this is basically because it is a 10-cent tournament, and nobody really cares too much. So Pair Queen's gonna win that hand. And I have basically lost half my chips. I was up to around 14,000 before I started recording this. So, and then I lost it right away. Well, I was going to go in for a blind raise myself, but he did it for me. Okay, so the next hand I have another chance to steal the blinds. I have an ace. I'm going to make it 1050. I don't have a very big chip stack to be stealing blinds, but you got to do what you got to do. So I miss. But No, I'm not going to go all in. I was just going to try and steal. There's not enough out there for me to quite go all in. I'm probably going to lose the hand, though, once he bets. That was my decision. It was either all in or basically fold to a bet that I knew was coming. And, yeah, I just gave up. Better position. Beat me out of that pot. Okay, so we're very early in this tournament still. Well, I shouldn't say early, but there are 50 players left out of a 114 total. Average chip stack is 12,000, and I'm well below that. So I'm looking for a spot to get all my chips in. I'm not looking for any more blind steals. I can't go after the blinds. I just need to find a hand to get all of my chips in and hope to double to just at least get an average stack. And nobody's having any problems calling, a stack of my size for an all-in. So I'm just looking for that spot. Okay, so I guess this hand is good enough from the big blind to try and get all our chips in there. I'm not sure what else we'd be looking for in this spot. We get a raise to 1,300. Which is really a small raise. In my opinion, they're coming after the blinds. But like I said, I'm getting all my chips in. I'm just going to either take that 1,300 or double up or go out of the tournament, I guess. But I'm not going to just call that. And I get what I want. I get the best spot. But he does have a big drawing hand. It's one pair so far. And I basically win the hand. He needs a 10 on the river. So, alright, I got what I wanted. Picked up the perfect hand, perfect timing, and an aggressive better to pay me off. So, small blind, 7-3. I think we're right back in there in the average chip stack range now. We can fold this one. Also, really quickly, guys, I wanted to talk about this. I had a message sent to me from one of my subscribers saying, hey, your channel's great. You need some more subscribers, blah, blah, blah. Hey, I really appreciate that. And he sends me to this site, or he sends me a link to a site that says you can earn subscribers, or what it was called, earnsubscribers.com. He said it's a place where you can go and just earn subscribers. Well, I checked it out, and basically what it is, it's a big old sub for sub site where everybody just subs to each other, and everybody gets a bunch of subs in return. Well, I appreciate you telling me that my channel's good, but I have a certain sense of pride in the subscribers that I do have, because I know that they're here for what I'm saying, and not just because, they just want to sub. And people that sub for sub are not going to watch your videos. They're just the person that subbed to you. So, I'm just not going to go that route. I have a sense of pride in the subscribers that I do have, which right now I have 13 subscribers. I know it's not a whole lot, but they do mean, each one of them means something to me. And if I had, 10,000 subscribers and none of them really watched my videos, it would just destroy my channel. I mean, it would defeat the whole purpose of a subscriber in the first place. So I just wanted to say that I'm not going to go the sub for sub route. And if I'm stuck with 25 subscribers for a long time, or however many subscribers I have, I'm happy with the ones that are subscribed because they actually mean something to me. So I guess that's just another way of saying to my subscribers, thank you guys, even though there's only 13 of them right now. Hey, that's just about one a day since I've started. So we're in the big blind, and it's min raised. I'm just going to get out of there. He's got a big old stack. And the blinds are getting up there again. We're at 3 and 600 with a 50 ante. So there's 1,300 in the pot right now. Well, there's 2 players gone, so there would be 1,400, but 10-3 suited. He's all in. I was just going to limp in for the 300, but I'm not going to call that. I just wanted to point this out. It looks like I'm in a good spot to try and steal the blinds, but, well, he already raised. But if you look at this guy's stack, he's got a lot of his money in the pot. So it's not very valuable to go after his blinds unless you have a good hand, because he's probably going to be playing the hand for all of his chips. I mean, he may be able to fold. He may think he has a chance to win this tournament if he folds, but and if that's me in that spot, I'm putting my chips in no matter what I have. And we'll just see if he does. This guy's going to take forever, though. Okay, so this guy let his entire clock run out, wasting a minute of my life. Probably because he ran to have a cigarette. And it gets over to him, and he does fold it. So, but like I said, if that was me, I'm putting my money in that spot, no matter what. So, okay, we're on break. So I will see you guys in just a few seconds when my break is over. Alright guys, so we're back from break. And although I did double my stack from where I was, the blinds have gone up now again to 4 and 800. And the average chip stack is 1,700. So I'm getting back down there again. I'm not horrible in chips, so I don't have to do anything crazy. But I do really need to start looking for another spot to try and get all my chips into the pot again. Obviously, I'm going to go all in with the aces again. But I'm going to be as patient as possible. But I'm going to pick up a hand where I can gamble, and I usually go for those spots. And I may even go for a couple blind steals if I can. Okay, so I'm in the big blind here. I just checked, and we just seen a turn real quickly as well. But I was still marveling over the last hand because somehow 4 people got it all in for big old stacks of 20,000 each. And this guy ends up making an 80,000 chip pot. I was just marveling over it because everybody had a huge piece of the flop. Here's an interesting hand. 2 pair aces and deuces on the board with a king kicker. We're most likely gonna all chop this pot. Wow. I can't believe they both folded so easily to that little min bet. Maybe they didn't see the board was 2 pair with the best possible kicker on the board. But I bet at it because I played the board and I figured they would too. Which they would have. We all would have tied that hand had they called. So, ace king on the small blind. 2 people here have big stacks. Let's just see if we can't get it all in. I'd like to double, and they just have huge stacks. They both fold, which was probably the most likely result there. They were most likely going to fold to that big of a bet, which was fine too because I had the worst position, so I wasn't upset with that. I'm going to fold here. Okay, so a quick look at the lobby. There are 23 players left. 20 places get paid. And I am in 17th place. Okay, so big blind. We have 5 deuce. Suited at least. Can't really play it to a big raise though. Maybe a min raise. Hopefully no raise at all, though. Oh, there's a big raise. From a big stack. He's got the ability to do it. But I can't play it, like I said. This is the second worst starting hand you can have in this game. And I will not play it even to a min raise. Actually, I think... yeah, I guess that was the second worst hand. Maybe deuce 8 offsuit. Worse than that. So here's a blind steal situation. Notice the big blind has little in chips. So what I'm going to try and do is just get all my chips in there. The reason being, I want this guy to fold. I don't want to have him have the ability to put me all in. So I'm just going to do it. And this guy's got to either call his entire stack or fold. And I don't mind a gamble with him, really, because I do have an ace. So I don't mind if he called there. But the reason I went all in, rather than just trying to steal it with like a 4,500 chip bet, was because if this guy raised, he put the pressure back on me, and I wanted to put all the pressure on him, so. Okay, guys, I just realized that I'm going to have to cut this video down as well. We're not doing horrible, but maybe this will be our last hand. Maybe, hopefully not, but if this isn't our last hand, we'll go into a second video, but I am going to play it. I'm going to come in for a raise. This time I'll just do a standard raise, 3,600. Fold, fold, fold. Fold. Won the pot. Alright guys, I will see you in segment number 2 if you'd like to continue watching. If not, I appreciate your time. Have a good one, guys.